to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tara Lita, and I'm here with one of my favorite hosts, Dr. Tachi, all the way from Florida. I'm coming to you from Pennsylvania, and we're all in the studio getting ready to talk about tech. Oh my goodness. It's time for Tech Life Weekly. This is the place where you can find about tech in easy to understand terms. So we're going to get this party started. Doc, it's so good to have you in the studio.
Yes. It's good to be here.
Well, today I want to share with you a little bit about um, health and some of the things that I was looking at over here. And I created a gamma. If I can get there, I will share that with you.
Okay.
So here we are. All right. I think someone just came into the studio.
It looks as if.
Yes. Francine, it says your device is not connected. There you go. Welcome. We are getting ready to get started, Fran.
Okay, I thought you guys had already started.
We had some wonderful things going on. So
We love tech, don't we?
yes, we do. And so if you want to, you can, do you want to do tech history first, or do you want me to just go ahead and run my gamma?
Yep, I am ready for tech history.
All righty.
There must have been a reason why I pulled my story like on Wednesday.
Must be.
Let me open it up.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to get my story ready.
Hi, Dr. Tachi.
Good morning,
Francine. I know she's been a blessing this morning. she's been emotional support for me.
Okay, good.
I don't know if I was that useful, but thank you for the vote of confidence in any case.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about this week in tech history. And we're going to talk about, we like to do Blacks in tech history just because it needs to be known. And today we're going to be talking about David Harold Blackwell. He's the mathematician behind modern AI thinking. David Harold Blackwell was not a computer programmer in the common sense. He was not building apps or phones or websites. He was doing something deeper. He was building the math behind decision making.
Oh.
He was born in 1919 in Centralia, Illinois. He earned his bachelor's, master's, and PhD from the University of Illinois before 22. His path was not easy. Some institutions rejected him because he was Black, not because he lacked ability. Howard University says he came to Howard in 1944 and helped strengthen its mathematics department, introduced statistical theory courses, and served as department chair.
Wow.
His work touched probability, statistics, game theory, decision theory, dynamic programming, and information theory. And this matters because those fields sit underneath modern AI. AI is not magic. AI is math, patterns, probability, prediction, and decision making under uncertainty. And he helped shape that foundation.
Wow.
His genius was not loud. And it says here, he died on July 8th, 2010. And he became the first Black scholar inducted into the National Academy of Sciences. And NVIDIA later named its Blackwell AI architecture in honor of him.
Wow.
NVIDIA says the Blackwell platform was named for David Harold Blackwell, recognizing his work in game theory and statistics.
That is phenomenal.
Mhm.
Dr. Blackwell,
Uh-huh.
teaching at Howard University.
He was running things.
Yes,
I
he was.
I love this so much because AI may not be magic, but Black people are. I have every week when you bring these amazing feats that we have accomplished, it just strengthens the resolve, I think, for everybody to really continue to live up to what our ancestors accomplished and fought for. Well, I'm just amazed that we do when it comes to language, when it comes to math, when it comes to architecture. I'm like, we really are magical people. And
We are creative.
we're amazing. And it may, as when we keep hearing, well, they wouldn't allow Black people to come in to these universities or these spaces because they were Black. The more I think it's less about us being Black and more of them being threatened by the brilliance. Because wouldn't you be threatened if we're flying and doing all these things? I would be.
Absolutely. We're creating what ended up being a Ring doorbell. We created what ended up being color graphics, the graphic cards that carry these things back and forth, which is why we can see each other today. All these things, I had no idea that we contributed to the field of computing.
Yep. So Blackwell's genius was not loud. It was precise. He studied how people and systems make better decisions when the outcome is uncertain. And this is what business owners deal with every day. We make decisions with partial information. We choose prices, markets, products, staff, systems, and strategies without knowing everything ahead of time.
Okay.
So his teaching shows us this: clear thinking is technology.
Wow.
Before the tool works, the thinking needs to be sound.
Okay.
So AI can process information, but leaders still need to have the judgment. So AI is just not going to jump, start tapping its own keys on the computer. So it's initiated with us.
Right.
Blackwell teaches us, let's see, I already did that.
I know we programmed some humanity into this AI.
Well, again, the tool is following the person using the tool.
Exactly.
Right. So every time people talk about AI chips, machine learning, algorithm, or data-driven decision, Blackwell's kind of thinking is in the room. His name should not be hidden behind the machine.
Wow.
So on to some actual other stuff that we got going on here. July 8th, Control Data Corporation was founded, and it was founded becoming one of the major names in early supercomputing and helped push high performance computing forward. But without Mr. Blackwell, that probably wasn't going to happen either.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
July 9th, Donkey Kong and Mario's birthdays. This July 9th, Donkey Kong and Mario became one of the most recognizable characters in gaming history. Gaming is becoming more than entertainment. It became software, storytelling, and hardware sales, licensing, and global culture. July 9th, Gil Amelio was ousted from Apple. That leadership change helped clear the way for Steve Jobs to come back and Apple's later transformation.
Okay.
July 10th, the first international communication satellite. This helped move the world toward global communications, live broadcasting, and the connected world we take for granted right now. July 13th, that's coming up next week. Okay, and I'll save that one for next week. So Google has announced its Pixel 11 launch for August. Phones are no longer just phones. They are cameras, payment tools, AI assistants, content studios, and customer service devices.
Wow. All of
So
that.
it's a computer, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Pocket, literally a computer in your pocket.
Hmm.
I think I'm going to stop right there because, that's it. That's your week in tech history.
Wow. Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the fact that we all get to benefit from these astounding inventors uh,
Yes,
with the imagination and with the bravery to make things do what they hadn't done before.
indeed.
Oh my gosh, I feel like the introduction to Star Trek or something. Okay. Come where no man is going.
Well, and we wouldn't have been doing any of that without the contributions of a lot of the people that we showcased. You're not doing that if the math ain't right.
Yeah, getting that math right. Right. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord, for the pyramids and for the libraries and the folks doing brain surgery while the folks were still in caves. We just thank you for all of it. Dentistry, all of that you used us for. And we give you credit. So, with that, I just want to talk a little bit about how tech is affecting how we move. Last week we talked about some of the things that are going on in medicine. Now I want to talk about some of the things that are going on in health. So allow me to share my screen. I think I hit this button here. And I'm going to go here and share. And let me get over here and get the presentation mode. Is that better, ladies?
Yeah, we can see it. Let me move
We see
that.
it. Yes.
She looks good, huh?
Yeah, that's a nice set she has on.
It is. Tech to get you moving, okay? Right now, because we're living longer and moving less, there's a real impact on this global market for fitness. It's right now it's at 62.4 billion. It is scheduled to go to 178.9 billion by 2034. That is a 12.4% average growth rate. In other words, it's not going anywhere. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And TJ talks about this all the time. Wearables. Your health is on your wrist now, right? That market is going to go from 50.5 to 148, almost 150 billion by 2035, according to research. And the average growth rate is 10.3%. Your top devices like your Apple Watch, which is one of the top devices, Fitbit, Garmin, Whoop, these things that you wear on your wrist, the monitor, all of those are going to just keep expanding. And now they even can do medical grade what is it? ECG, sleep monitoring and recovery tracking, so that we'll know how to get back to the right numbers. AI's personal trainers. Now, I think we're familiar with a number of these. You've got your real-time form correction. Remember the mirror that they wanted to sell, that they were selling us, and it would, give us feedback. Cameras detect movement and fix technique on the spot. Oh, nope, that's not it. Put your arm up further, whatever. It can actually talk back and forth with you. Then you've got adaptive resistance. It's there to help you get in the right rhythm, tone up, and get ready for the future. Weight adjust by rep by rep. So it's personalized. Maybe today you do 5 reps, and then you work yourself up to 10, 15, 20. And so it helps you adjust on a personal level as you tone up. Then you got your voice coaching, when you're on your bike and it's talking back to you can go faster here, right? Okay. I'm not in that group, okay?
Yeah.
But those who are in that group, we want you to know that tech is going to grow by almost 16% between now and 2030. There is a market for that. Your home gyms, tonals, AI adjust resistance rep by rep. I don't know if I want AI adjusting my reps, but anyway, my resistance.
Okay. Tonal is it's a device that's hanging on your wall,
Uh-huh.
and it'll tell you, okay, increase. It's telling you.
That's what I mean. It's going to tell me to. It's not going to increase.
It's not going to just do it. It's going to tell you, when okay, you've been doing these, you've been using 3-pound weights now for a year. It's time to kick it up a notch.
Good.
Wow.
All right. Then you
don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I think what she said suggests maybe we want to pump this up a little.
I'm sure it's a strong suggestion.
Yeah.
Telethon. What's it? Telethon. Remember Peloton?
Peloton. Yeah.
Remember during COVID?
Everybody
was on their bikes and competing, and then you have NordTrack. I remember that it went out in the garage and had all these handles and now you can do it virtual, global, and look at landscapes while you're working out. Mm-hmm. Then you have form cameras. These are like, okay, you know what? You're not in the right position. Arch your back, straighten up your back, lean to the left, whatever, so that you can self-correct according to the cameras. Now you've got what we call virtual physical therapy. Now, I've gone through this several times, but one thing I thought was interesting is that this woman has 3 legs, but that's okay. So you see, like her stool is now
like, okay,
her stool is a leg. Okay, but just want to see if y'all were paying attention. Tele-rehabilitation market has grown quite a bit. It is grown by almost 13%. And there are a number of different companies that offer this. They will also do posture analysis via your smartphone camera. I think all of us going through some kind, well, not all of us, but many of us have gone through teledoc conferences. Now you got telerehabilitation, which would have been helpful when I was just looking at a paper sheet of exercises, but then they started sending me videos, which were helpful. But now to actually be on camera with the therapist while they take you through things is even more helpful. Okay, so let's talk about VR and robotics in rehab. This is like turning rehab into PlayStation. You get the supernatural Fit XR Health. It is immersive VR outworks, doubling as rehabilitation. Then you've got robotic exoskeletons. Those are the ones, remember we showed how they strap the actual, what I call a robot, but exoskeleton onto you to help you learn how to help your muscles go back to what they were doing before maybe an injury or a stroke. And we saw this used for veterans initially, was one of its uses when we were talking about this a couple of years ago. Then up to 30% faster motor recovery in VR stroke rehabilitation programs as a result of being able to do these virtual reality and robotic rehabilitation programs. So it is effective. Let's talk about wellness and business performance, because that's who we are, right? We're business folks. So wellness, when you actually exercise, it improves your cognitive activities by 20%. And it sharpens decision making. I think it's because you're relaxed, your body has shifted gears, and now it's ready to dive in and give you what you need. It's a help for a burnout shield. Regular movement reduces executive burnout. In other words, let's go look at something different. Let's get outside. Let's breathe some fresh air. Let's get some vitamin D. And then healthy founders build healthier, higher performing companies. What's coming next? Okay. Smart clothing. And, we've talked about this for years with TJ, the fact that different things are built into the clothing. They have things now to track your muscle activation in real time. Digital twins are being used. In other words, they have creating a digital copy of you and applying different tests to it to see what works for you without risk to you. Virtual reality fitness, the real world coaching cues layered into your environment. So now you've got this personalized coach, this fitness trainer, this fitness tracker, all these things working on your behalf, and you get continuous monitoring. We've got things now that will be able to monitor your glucose, your hydration. Are you stressed? Do you need to take a mood break? So here's the challenge, guys. Pick one, track it 30 days, and measure what changes. What are you already using? You guys are already using something. What are you using? I use my watch when I go for my walks, or I carry my phone because my phone automatically tracks my steps. Oh, what are you guys using?
I use the Apple Fitness that comes. I have the Apple Fit. I got Apple One, so it comes with the fitness and Apple TV and all of that. So I have the Fitness Plus Studio, where I can work out with different trainers for different things.
Yes.
And then when I walk, the voice coach comes on. Hey, great! Great job getting out for your Friday morning walk. You did whatever last week and whatever. Keep it moving. And if I'm listening to music, it'll say keep stepping with Virtue 31 music or whatever I'm listening to, and it actually is talking to me.
Wow.
Fran has rich people fitness.
I know. My watch just says you closed the ring.
But you have to turn him on.
Okay. We'll have to talk about turning him on.
Well, I use the ring. It's similar to the Oura Ring, but it is not the Oura Ring. It's called the Q Ring. And I forgot how I found it, but it's like so much less. It costs about $59. And there's an app that you can download, and it keeps track of all the health things, of course, your steps. And the thing I like about this is when you are getting ready to exercise, you can select. They have a whole list of exercises underneath sports record. So like I just finished doing some hip hop dance. So you click it, and it monitors, what you're doing during that type of dance. So, or that type of exercise. So you just tell it what you do, and it's cool.
Okay. And it gives you credit.
It gives you credit. The only thing about trackers in general, when it comes to steps, is just know that you've probably walked or taken way more steps than your device actually registers, because it works by movement. So sometimes if I'm walking forward in things, that it definitely tracks. But sometimes, like if I'm doing aerobic exercises or whatever, that's still steps, but sometimes it doesn't track it. So I'm like, now I know good and damn well I did way more than this. So Just keep
And
this
I
in
agree with
mind.
that, Dr. Tachi, because some of the exercises, they don't have something on there like if you're doing some stretching or some, it doesn't compute that. And
Mm.
I'm like, y'all need to get with it. There are other things besides this. And so I know the Apple Watch tries to add more, like if you're doing dance or whatever. But you, like, for instance, for a long time, swimming wasn't on it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but
And
it's
that's
on
the
there
best
now.
exercise.
Yes, it's on there now. I guess they didn't have a way to, you have to
Oh,
track the
because the
stroke in
watch
your,
wasn't waterproof. Yeah. Okay.
well, the watches are waterproof now. They'll shut down
Now,
and you can swim
yes.
with them. But
Hmm.
before they couldn't track it. So they're still learning how to track certain movement. Like I have a rebounder. Okay,
Hmm.
they don't have
Oh, okay.
measurement for the rebounder.
Oh,
That's interesting. Robin has a rebounder too. Yeah.
And it does calculate it like a step. You
Oh,
understand what I
okay.
mean? Or you
Yes.
can do it by time. Like, okay, there is a setting on the watch that says other,
Uh-huh.
like it's just general, but it only is clocking time. It's not clocking
Steps, movement.
movement. Yeah.
They
But
can track commercial. They can create commercial flights to the moon, but they can't track simple things like what swimming would be in steps. This is why sometimes I think we're not serious.
right. Now they got the swimming down now on certain devices. Because my
Mhm.
mom, she uses her Fitbit and because she swims almost every day. So, but she's like, do I need to take it off? I'm like, you shouldn't have to take that off. You should be able to swim and track whatever you're doing, right?
Okay. Wow.
They just, they have to broaden their horizons a little bit. Come on.
There we go.
There's more types of movement than they're accounting for.
So the question here is for future trends, which upcoming tech excites you the most? What do you want to track the most? I like the idea that there are different levels, and like you said, the levels keep improving. That excites me because as I mature, I need to move more, and I need to know more about my movements to make
I,
sure that I keep active. Does that make
I
sense?
like the fact that it helps remind you to move because we are totally sedentary right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll tell
I
me,
was like,
stand up.
so if I don't go out for my workout before I start working, I dare not come in here and start sitting on the computer and start working. The day will go if I do that. So I have to
Absolutely.
go out for a walk or do something first before I
Okay.
come and sit at the computer, because I was like, oh, this is not a good move here. Before, you used to walk to the bus stop, you're running to catch the bus, getting on the subway, doing whatever you're doing, you're moving.
Yes.
Now, if you're working from home,
You
have
move
to
from the kitchen to the to the office.
and you purposely have to go do something. You know what I mean?
You do.
The
You
guy
have to be
next door,
intentional.
yeah, the guy next door, he works from home too. And I see him every so often, he'll walk around the block.
And
know
that's
what
a
I
good
mean?
idea because your eyes need a different
You need to get up out the chair.
filtering. Yeah,
And when we were at school, we had recess.
that's true.
Playtime.
That's true.
We need to incorporate playtime with work and not just sit there looking at the computer.
There you go.
Anyway.
So, TJ, we talked a lot about your wearables. So, with that,
There you go. There you go.
They are definitely mainstream, and they are set to triple in some cases and double in terms of revenue. So with that, guys, I'm going to stop sharing. But I just wanted you to think about, where are we going and who are we taking with us? Have a great time.
Oh, I was laughing because when Fran was talking about fitness, Apple One with the Fitness Plus, I have it, but I haven't used it in so long, so I started looking at it on my phone. And I do like the fact that I can use any device. Like it doesn't, because I have Apple TV, I could do it on the TV, or I was just looking on the phone, and I could do it on the phone, or you could, whatever device you have. So,
and the people are pleasant on there, by the way.
Yeah, I like them. Then because they have the hip hop dance instructor. They have the HITT.
Oh, the HIT. The HIT instructor.
They have mindfulness yoga stuff. So,
and they they do have the bicycle. Even if you don't have a Peloton, you can still use the cycle, the bike thing. You don't have to have a Peloton. You can have just a bike, and they'll do that. And then they got rowing. I'm not doing that, but okay. They got kickboxing and some other stuff. So
yeah, there's a lot of things that I just forgot I had it. And I could do that. So
there you go.
I like the fact that I ain't got to leave the house to go to the gym.
Okay.
Exactamundo.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have to set a reminder
to go look at it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I had that.
Or like make it a reminder to go to the gym and put it like an appointment on the calendar, and then go to the gym. It might be in your house. I don't have to,
doesn't have to be off-site.
Right. The one thing I did not like about going to the gym is you had to bring clothes, you had to take a shower and do that whole 9 yards. I was like, ugh, I can do this at home. Work out, go take a shower at home.
I just want us to be mindful that, we need to take care of our health while we're building these businesses, running these businesses, and take care of ourselves. Go to the front of your own line, people.
And the great thing about technology is that it allows us to do all these things from home. I have a exercise membership for live classes that is from home. So every day they have a schedule of classes you can take, and you just basically, through the website, they use Band, which is one that a lot of ones use. And I just beam it to the television and they're talking to you, hey, welcome in, and all of that. And they know who you are. And so the thing that I really like is I like live classes. So that's why when I used to go to the gym, it was great because it was also kind of social for me. But I will say that when I first went to the gym, even though the gym that I used to go to, it was new, I joined when they were building it. The first week I got there, I got bronchitis because people don't care. And they go to the gym and I'm like, what's going on? I didn't feel bad, but I just kept coughing. Went to the doctor, like, oh yeah, it's bronchitis. And I was like, you see, it's that damn gym. Did I keep going? Yes, I did. But 2020, when everything had to close, it's when I was like, yeah, I need to find something either outdoors or home. So technology is great for keeping us fit.
Yes, it is. It really is.
So that's it for me.
TJ, what you got for us?
Okay, let me bring up my app, which is not working on my iPad, where I got my notes. What is going on? Okay. This doggone technology, sync it everywhere. And then when you need it, it works differently on the phone. Oh, I don't like that. All right, hold on. Okay, I have it. I don't know. It's like the app is not opening on the iPad. So I'll just put it over there. All right. So this week in social media news and updates, let me get used to the smaller view. My eyesight is not great. Okay, so let's start with no Snapchat this week. So let's start with some TikTok. TikTok has launched Agentic Hub. It's a new agentic hub for artificial intelligence powered tools. This will enable advertisers to use a broader range of AI features within their TikTok marketing strategy and their process. So the agentic hub is a centralized collection of resources created by TikTok and outside partners designed to assist with this process. So TikTok says agentic hub. This is a quote from TikTok. Agentic Hub gives advertisers access to ready-to-use first-party and third-party AI skills designed to help with everyday marketing tasks, from campaign creation and creative generation to performance analysis and catalog management. These ready-to-use skills enable AI agents to support key advertising tasks, reduce manual work, and help manage campaigns more efficiently. Now, if you don't know about agents or agentic skills or whatever have you, there's different names for each platform, but really it is just a set of instructions that run without you having to go and type in a prompt and tell it what to do. It kind of it's like you have an assistant, like a real live assistant, and you tell it like every morning check my email, and if I have an email from so and so, mark that as important or whatever, and then send it to me, you know, in a text message or through Slack or whatever. That's just an example, but those are agentic agents that they do a series of steps for you, and you don't have to do anything. You set it to automatically run. So that's what TikTok is doing here. So TikTok says that its agentic hub includes features to assist with all aspects of the campaign creation and management process, including creative generation, catalog management, and audience insight. Oh, that sounds like a repeat article. The tools will also provide in-depth analytics and recommendation for campaign optimization based on real-world engagement insights. TikTok says that multiple providers have already published AI skills in the hub, including HubSpot, Wix, Constant Contact, and Mob Vista. Never heard of that one. Mob Vista provided a range of expanded elements to tap into the power of AI for TikTok promotions. Now, I know this is for running ads and running promotions, but if you can get in there and use this, I haven't looked at it. You can use this for organic posting. I'm not sure how it's set up, but I would go in and see if I could use any of these things with my organic posts.
Yeah. Wow.
And then just see, I'm going to check it and see if you could just go through the process. And then when it says, okay, run the campaign, you just don't run the campaign. You just let it create the ideas for your organic post, and you just go off and post it yourself.
Okay.
That's the way I'm looking at this. Even though this is for advertisers, you can use the process and not run the ad. I've done that a lot in Meta products. I've looked at things and they were like, okay, run the ad, pay for the ad. I'm like, bye. Because I just looked at it to see what it would do. So that's an option if you're using TikTok. And also, I think TikTok, a lot of their business tools are separate from the app. And I think you could do some of them on the desktop. So I'm going to check that, because I typed in something in the desktop about TikTok, and it was TikTok for business, and it popped up. I was like, oh, this little thing is still here. And I just was like, I'll look at it later.
Okay.
Because I don't have my TikTok account still. But, you know, people still using it, so more power to them. Not me. All right, let's move on to Meta. There's a little one. There's a little small update from WhatsApp. WhatsApp is adding green dot live status indicators. So they're testing out live status indicators with green dots on the profile images of people who are online, and it shows who is active when you go into WhatsApp. Now they put this in to say, hey, you might want to have a real-time conversation with this person because they're online right now. So
okay,
if this is something that you like,
wow,
Meta has put this in. Now there's a quote from Meta. With this feature, WhatsApp is introducing a new indicator. Excuse me. With this feature, WhatsApp is introducing a new indicator in the chat info screen, making it easier for users to understand whether the contact is available.
Mm.
Before this change, users could see a text label under the photo to understand when the contact was online. So they're saying that instead of having a little label, there's a green dot, which I kind of see where visually, that kind of stands out with the little dot. They're saying that Meta says that the green dot is currently only being displayed in the chat info screen and not in the chat list or conversation display. So this is a way to have that indicator without revealing your status info to everybody. So you have to go in a certain space to see the green dot indicator.
Okay.
And it's probably because in this chat, because I don't use WhatsApp. I know Dr. Tati uses. She can tell us more. But there's this chat info section. That's where the green dot is. I'm pretty sure it's not in the contact, and they're saying it's not in the contact list. It's in the chat info screen, which is you ready to chat. I would think. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is make it easier to strike up a real-time conversation based on when your contacts are available online. So if you're a WhatsApp user and that's something you like, there it is. All right, so Instagram. Let's see what this one had a lot of conversation.
Oh.
Meta lets you use your Instagram photos in AI images unless you opt out. And the way the title is like, this is a good thing. It's not. So Meta has launched a new AI image model, and this is their effort to compete with like OpenAI's GPT Images 2.0 and Google's Nano Banana 2.0. So if you know those two models, they are really good at generating images, especially with ChatGPT, and everybody's making all these business posters using ChatGPT images, and everybody can tell, and there's a lot of discussion about people not liking it, but that's another thing. Mm-hmm. So this new model is called Muse Image. It rolls out with deep integrations into the Instagram app. As part of the update, public Instagram profiles are now automatically opted into being used for generative AI remixes. All someone has to do is tag your account profile in a prompt. If your profile is public. If you're private, it won't be able to do it. It's public, and most people are. And they can use Meta AI to generate an image using your likeness. Is the quote from Meta. Meta's making this sound like a great thing. Whether you want to design a custom event invitation, mock up a collaborative creative concept, or generate a personalized graphic, tagging a username lets Meta AI use public photos to build a visual that's ready to post. Now, people have seen this and they're not liking it. I agree. There's a way to opt out, but you have to opt out. And that's the whole argument that why do we have to opt out? I want to opt in, but that's Meta's doing. So what's happening is that if you switch your account right now from public to private, it still doesn't do anything because the older photos on your profile are still available to be remixed with AI by anybody because you were public and now you're private.
Wow.
Does everybody get that? Like if you switch it down.
It ain't retro. It's not retro. We ain't talking.
It's going to be
photos forward.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can stop it now, but if you did something last week or last month or last year and it's public,
that's a huge problem.
Yes.
I don't know where
so
they thought that was okay.
Yes, that's the idea.
So basically, they took our images and they're reselling them.
Yeah, basically, because you had a public account that up until now they want people to use the Meta AI image generator because they want to be like Nano Banana Google. They want to be like Google and they want to be OpenAI. So they're like, oh, well, you post, and this is kind of true. I mean, I'm agreeing with it that the terms of service before today was you had a public account and we could use your images, but they weren't using them, so to speak. Now they are because they want to train their little AI model, their little image model, and they want to get up to speed with Google and OpenAI.
So this is no different when people were snagging your image before and creating
Right.
accounts with your picture and some other
Right.
stuff before.
Exactly, because remember, people in the past were, say, copying off of a popular person, celebrity, or whatever, and they would use
Yes.
their image and then say like Oprah Winfrey, and then put an extra dash or something at the end, and then pretend to be. Oh, it's that kind of thing. Except now it's that the AI model is going to be able to do it. Because remember, this is the deal with all of these LLMs and also the image generators. They use images in the public sector to create the image. When you go to OpenAI and say, give me a poster of blah blah blah, whatever, they go, okay, let's pull from this public treasure trove library of images, which we are there because when we sign up for Facebook, none of this was a problem. We had privacy issues, yes, but like Fran said, somebody physically had to go get my image and go to Photoshop or whoever and spend all that time remixing it. Now we're in the era where apps could do it faster, and now AI can do it faster. Now, this is not to say that people are going to use your images, the possibility of it, because it's in the public domain, because it's posted on Instagram. See, so now this, rightly so, a lot of people are upset. Now, you can opt out of this. I think you have to go to settings. There's an option that says do not allow Meta AI to use my images. But if you turn that on today, it doesn't affect yesterday or last week or last year, last month.
Wow.
So yeah, this is not good. This is not good. So people are not happy because of consent. Here's the thing from the article that's saying users may have no idea that their public photos can be incorporated into AI generated images by strangers, and you won't be notified that they're using your images.
So people can just be cloning you and putting stuff out.
Exactly.
Using your image and they'll even have to tell you.
You could be the brand model for whatever.
They could clone you, or they could use a likeness of you. It may be, because when you ask for a certain type of person, the AI doesn't make it out of thin air. They have to reference. Remember, I said that the LLM is a library. When we first started talking about ChatGPT in November 2022, whenever it was, I said that they have to go to the library and check out a book and say, "Oh, write me a story like a Harry Potter story." Or they go and check out Harry Potter, and they go, "Oh, here's the pattern recognition that this author wrote in Harry Potter," and then they use that as a reference.
Right.
It doesn't come from the LLMs. The image models don't have a brain to think fresh. They're using that's the whole thing, especially with the lawsuit that's going on with OpenAI and all the others, the authors that are saying that they used our books without permission.
Yes.
And that's still going through. And I believe they had a lawsuit with Condé Nast and New York Times and all that because they were crawling the websites. All of that is still going on. Fred is here. Hey, Fred. Fred got some great comments.
Fred said he just finished makeup for the show. Welcome, Fred.
You look good, Fred.
Yes. And then they cloned Tyrone. Fred, we want to send you a link if you're available to come on camera.
He said, yeah, you don't have to be, you can put a picture up. You can do audio only.
Yeah, you can do that. They cloned Tyrone. That was a silly movie. It was funny, but it was weird. But
look, but he's right. He's absolutely right. Meta has cloned us.
Yeah, they cloned Tyrone, and then he said, "I'm looking at creating a new AI service called Tyrone." Erykah Badu theme song too, and he said he loved that movie.
Yeah, it was quirky. I like quirky movies.
It was very quirky. It was like weirdo.
I haven't seen it. I have to watch it. I mean, I know about it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think it was on Netflix. It was
like,
oh my gosh, this is so weird.
Wow. So yes, so this is the world we're living in, where they're able to use all our public photos, Meta, they being Meta,
Mhm.
and you can opt out today, but that doesn't block them from yesterday, last year, when you first signed up on Facebook. Think about when you opened your Facebook account. Was it
Okay.
2007, 2010? And you post photos and photos and photos and photos.
I don't know if people ever notice this, but every photo on Facebook, if you right click, you can download it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can.
I was like, how is it that I can just come in here on anybody's page?
Yeah, see, a lot of people didn't know that, but you're right. And see, here's the thing: we can download it, but if you can go, so some people were like, "I'm going back to delete all my photos." I was like, "It's kind of too late. You
They're
posted
out
something in
there.
2010. You know, it's 2026. They kind of had
It's in the book.
it's
It's
there.
over. Fred said, from invasion of the body snatchers to they clone Tyrone.
Wow. And this rightly has been a discussion online since they announced it this week, and everybody has been kind of correct, like this is not right. But
It's not.
when we signed up for the account, and remember the terms of service that we signed up, say you 2010 or whenever you join Facebook or Instagram, they changed it all the time. They send you out notices. Apple does this all the time. There's an update. You must agree to the new terms of service. So you're agreeing to whatever they put into the new terms of service.
And you have to fit Apple. If you click it, they're gonna make you scroll.
You have
down
to scroll and make
and click again and say I agree. And they're like, okay.
Yeah,
And
you have
most
to
people
kind of
do not read it. I just need to use the phone, or I just need to use this app, and they just kind of slide through it. Not knowing you done gave up your firstborn child and something else.
Yes. Agreed.
Fred said the old folks told us don't put all your business in the street, and we didn't listen.
For real.
Now, what I want to know is, I'm sorry, Frank. What I want to know is if you have a private album, because I have some private photos. I want to know, is that available on Facebook?
I don't think the private ones are, because we wouldn't see your private ones.
Okay, so I did that way back. I was just like, I put pictures of my daughter when she was little, so only, it was either, I think I set it to family only or something. I did some kind of privacy thing, so I don't know. And then I really didn't post, I'm not putting other parents down, but they put everything about their kids on Facebook, and I'm like, I never did. I just put some photos up and shared it with family who live other places so they could see her, but I'm not saying that everybody else is doing it wrong. It's just I just had a feeling like
that's because
this is temporary. Yeah,
because there's too many things that happen online that
especially with minor children. Yeah, especially with minor
so
children.
you don't put stuff out.
Yeah.
Fred says terms of service is usually is really us as providing service to the platform. I call plate forms and being served on a plate.
Yeah, we're the guinea pig. We are, this is the cost of free. And I've seen a lot of people angry, rightly so. And how could they do this? But I said there was a legal document we all agreed to. So what do we do?
Yep. It all began when you went to the mall and you filled out that form to try and win the car.
Free car. Wow, I want that car. Yeah, all I have to do is sign this little sweepstakes slip with my name, address, phone number, and whatever else they ask for, and drop the little slip in the little box, and sure. It's always been data mining. It's just that we didn't think of it as data mining, but that was data mining. So we've had this discussion about Facebook and privacy way back when Mark Zuckerberg said he's not really concerned. And every step since then shows that he's really not concerned with people's privacy. And we don't have any laws. Like EU has all these great laws that they're doing. I think there's
Mhm.
something they're doing with Meta this week, that something Meta did, and the EU was like, no, you can't do that. We
How
don't have
nice it
those
must be.
protections. Hmm?
How nice it must be not to give a damn.
This is it all ties into our government and who we elect, and if you don't vote, and this is what we get, and now we're in the boat, and people are like, well, this is wrong, and we say, did you vote? No. Then you kind of got to sit in the boat and not say anything. Not right.
Fred says, I wonder if Zuckerberg has a personal Facebook or Instagram
I
account.
think he has an account as
Yeah.
himself, but it's all business. I
Mhm.
think it's all business stuff, or
Yeah.
he might have posted. I remember him posting something of him on a paddleboard or something, but his kids aren't on it. Most of these billionaire founder Snapchat and all these, they don't put their kids on it, and they don't allow their kids to use the app.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's for the rest of us dummies.
They don't allow their kids to use that.
Mm.
So
Mm.
these are things we don't think about. We're just like happy to be on whatever and see the latest news about this, that, and the other happening. So excited about the conversation. And we don't think about these things because we didn't think about them. And now,
And you know what? Sorry.
Mhm, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was about to say, to your point of their children not being on it. If we look
Mhm.
at lots of these things, these companies, these snack companies, etc., are they eating them? Or remember the McDonald's
Yes.
with the person, and he's like,
The CEO.
You know,
Mhm.
good and well, he went to rinse his mouth and went straight to Whole Foods afterwards, and his children probably don't eat that type of nonsense either.
No.
So
No.
it's not a question of what's good for the goose is good for the gander. They market it to us because they know they can make money off of us, whether it's bad food, whether it's apps or whatever, but they don't use it themselves. So we need to look, are you using it yourself?
Yes.
If the answer
Yes.
is no, then we don't need to be using it.
Yes, and for instance, they have personal chefs, and that's what I said when we had the whole
Mm.
discussion about the McDonald's CEO, and everybody was upset. And I'm like, I'm not upset. I didn't expect that man to eat the food. He has access to personal chefs. He has somebody that makes him whatever, fresh, flown in. People, there are wealthy people in America that have stuff flown in, like a piece of cheese flown in from France. Like they buy a seat for the piece of cheese or the cheese or whatever they're buying from Italy or wherever, and the thing sits on a seat and it flies in. Whatever thing over there that they want, they have. So to me, that the CEO didn't enjoy it, or he didn't like it, or he doesn't eat it, that didn't bother me because I never thought that he did.
Mm.
Exactly.
I
Okay.
never thought that he did, because I'm like, rich people, wealthy people on his level, they have personal chefs. They have people that make the things they want.
Very
Okay,
fresh.
So let's
Mhm.
look at that. If we are CEOs of our companies and whatever, we should be following suit. And
Yes,
this is the
yes.
sheeple syndrome, where all of the people, the masses are being led by whatever is on the TV.
Yes, the
Mm.
same thing with
The-
media. They know we're not thinking about those things. They know that. Is it morally, ethically correct for them to do that? No, but where's the law that was broken? There's no law. So try to make the law. We've got a government that's going to block that. So that's why they're happy. We could complain about this, that, and the other and go, we're going to make the law. And you go into Congress and they're like, remember that? I'm just a bill sitting on Capitol Hill. They're going to block it. So where's your recourse? It's a thing that we haven't had to think about. So now people are awake. That's where the term woke. I know people don't like it, but that's where the term woke come from. You're awake now and you're like, hey, wait a minute. Your kids don't use TikTok. Your kids don't use. Why my kids? Why are you feeding that poison to my
That's
kids?
the-
And people going, well, you block your kid from using it.
Fred said, this reminds me of teaching in college, and I told the students we are all sheep and mentioned a book on it and cried to the department.
Yes, because see, now we're getting into human psychology and stuff. One of my favorite topics, but that's basically it, because those people, they get upset because you're pushing their face into it and forcing them to see the truth, and they're like, but I want to live in the dream world.
Oh wait, the Matrix?
Yeah, I want to live in the dream world that my parents made, or whoever, the environment they lived in. And then and we get into this with topics like, for instance, like you could, you know, any topic, like we could talk about the history of slavery in America. They want to erase that because it makes them uncomfortable, but you have to, there's certain things you have to face. And then Fred has to put up with it because he's got kids, you know, students coming in, and we're like, well, I got to tell you about this. But then they cry to the department head or whoever, the school, and say, well, my parents didn't pay for this. And I'm like,
listen,
setting the curriculum now?
And this is the thing, my students knew and no, I don't give a damn what you say. I'll call the dean. Let me, I'm going to teach the truth the way the truth is supposed to be. But the whole thing is they were fine with it. I never had any issues with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my. Go ahead. If Fred says the department said this is true, but you can't tell them that, and he stopped teaching us some. See, you can't tell. Why is it we're in this spot where we can't talk about the truth, and then because these kids go and report it, and then the parents say, well, I'm not paying for that, and then the school goes, okay, we need the parents to be happy because they're paying, so then we kowtow. Same thing what's happening with this guy in the White House is like they do certain things because they don't want the little baby upset because he's gonna yank some funding or take away their whatever, and
Guy is a little generous. I like to say
guy, baby, whoever, the felon,
single cell amoeba.
I like to use the felon because he's a felon.
Fred said, I always started the semester with a personal disclaimer. I'm crazy and they know it.
But see, Fred's story is a perfect example of this, of what's happening, and it's crazy. So I don't know. We're in the spot now where the things we have posted since
subject to be reposted at will.
Yeah. So remember the Matrix when the dude, he got out, but he wanted to go back in. I just want to be able to eat the steak. I'm like, dude, you are out.
Some people can't handle it. Some people couldn't handle being out of the Matrix.
Being out.
Yeah.
And, but the rest of the people were just walking and living day to day, but
couldn't handle it. So
yeah.
Here we are. It's a conundrum. So this is what Meta is doing, and so we have a choice not to use it from here on or opt out, or it's not a nice choice. It doesn't feel great, but there's the information.
Yeah, use it responsibly and know what you're getting into. That's why you come here. And we tell you all the stuff that's happening so you can make a better decision on the tools that you use.
Yeah, make a decision and being aware. This is being aware. And Fred, I love Fred's comments. He's got another one there.
Fred said, we know how bad Mickey D's is, but the lines are still long.
That's true.
Yeah.
Listen, and we did that's 100%. And they do things to make things taste good to people who like those types of things. Excessive amounts of salt, fat, advertising that makes you want
chemicals.
Chemicals, partnerships with people like Coke. I think McDonald's is all Coke, which is like drinking a bucket of sugar. So you get advertised very well into this. And then the thing is, it's not just them to blame. We also do things. The other day I was looking on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but there is this dastardly place, and it's got to be Atlanta because that's some ATL stuff if I've ever seen it. It's got to be ATL. There's a place, I think it's a bakery or cookery or something. They make a pound cake, a lemon pound cake with lemon pepper wings on top.
What?
No, what?
Yes.
Why would I want
If I
that?
find it, I will send it to you. Yes.
Please do. Why
Yeah,
would
oh
I
my
want
gosh.
a lemon pound cake, which is a
With-
sweet, a
with-
dessert, with the savory on it?
Because Americans are big backs.
Okay, so
And
go ahead.
And well, you know, the thing is too, people, I guess the thought process, which I can understand the thought process, like chicken and waffles. If people do that, why not chicken and cake? So
Yeah, but
to that I say, Big Mama, your arm. This is exactly
that's just
why.
a big mama you're on.
This is exactly why we have diabetes and all sorts of things in our.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so see how everything is tied together in that circle of life. The World Cup has brought this to the forefront for us, where people from Europe they've come over to America and discovered our food, and they are now addicted when they weren't before, because over in the EU they ban all these things that they allow freely over here. And I kind of love that they came over and tasted it for themselves, because before they were saying, well, why are Americans so fat? Why are Americans? Why do you have a
Now you know.
Now they know. You can tell somebody, but they need to experience it for themselves. So I was like, thank goodness the World Cup was here. All these people came over, lost their mind over ranch dressing, lost their mind over this, that, and the other food, and
I
now
was
they
like,
see.
wait,
Yeah.
y'all don't have Hidden Valley over there?
No,
Hidden
They-
Valley is an American thing.
no.
I was
No.
thinking everybody got ranch, right?
Everybody
they
got
had-
ranch.
Hidden Valley made special travel packages of the dried seasoning just for these people, so they can take them through the airport. Because the TA put out the TSA put out a statement saying they were putting bottles in their carry-on of going to the store, but loading up, coming through the checkout, and they're like, well, the bottle's too big, like a certain ounce. So I think it's Crab, whoever makes the Hidden Valley, they made a little travel pouch, little seasoning packs, so they could buy as many they want in the little packs and take it home and reconstitute it into
Put it in the mayo and mix it up with the
they
milk.
could reconstitute it. So
Look,
I actually have
that
some
was a
stories
smart
about that.
marketing move. That was smart on whoever had that.
well,
genius
yes,
idea.
if you're a company and you're paying attention to online,
Somebody
you're paying
got a
attention to
bonus.
the conversation, and
Mhm.
you're a company going, wait a minute, there's a marketing sales opportunity. Yes, you immediately go into production of make the packs, advertise the packs. Hey, you over here, you're here for the World Cup and you love our ranch. We made it easy for you. Buy these little packs and you'll go through the airport without a problem. And you'll
TJ?
have your go ahead.
No, I was going to ask, is that your last story? Because I have some stories.
Oh, wait, one more. The OpenAI.
Well,
and
because
then we'll go-
I have some stories about that, and I wanted you to in. So
Okay, good. So let me go into the OpenAI. So OpenAI has launched.
Before you did, let me
Mhm.
get Fred's last comments, then we'll
Oh,
jump
sorry.
over to OpenAI.
Go
He
ahead.
said one day Starbucks had my drink ready before I got to the drive-through. All they said is, "We got you, Fred." He said, "I knew I had to break the habit."
They know what you order. They know what you like.
Fred,
I
have
hear
to
you,
go to
Fred.
Starbucks.
I'm a witness. Yep.
And then he said, and add a cup of Kool-Aid to that cake in Atlanta. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Now we're getting crazy.
I'm gonna find it and send it to you guys.
Yeah, let's
And
see.
he
It.
said you should watch the YouTube show where the British young students
I've seen it.
eating American dishes. My question is,
Oh, I
how
love
they
that.
sending the food over
I've
there?
seen it. Yeah,
I have too.
I've seen it. And they've
Look,
come over
and their
here.
family have money. Maybe somebody brought it over.
And they've come over here. They've come over here and done them, because like I said, the World Cup was the thing that
He
at
said we
World
should
Cup.
go over to the UK and start selling hot tamales on the corner.
Real quick, Fred, I saw somebody on social media that took a chicken wing cooker thing with the hot oil and went over there to cook the wings, and they have lost their minds somewhere in the UK.
Uh-oh.
He
Uh-oh.
has a long fryer thing with the
Yeah,
oil.
the fryer. Yeah, they're
and
portable
a
now.
little. It's huge. It's like 3 tables long, and he
Wow.
puts all of these wings on them, and cranks the little thing. They fall in the oil. The oil is so hot they cook real quick and crispy. He's in the UK. Those people have lost their minds. Like the line. I wish I could find it. If I find it, I'll share that one also. But
I'm great. I'm putting the link. Dr. Tachi put the link about the cake.
oh,
and I
okay,
just
good.
dropped it in the chat. So
Okay, so
anybody
let
want to
me
go check it out.
Okay. Now let me do the open. So the OpenAI launched its new family of models that have a GPT-5.6. This is the new models. They're supposed to be heavyweight programs because they're competing with Claude, Anthropic, with the models. So they have 3 variants of GPT-5.6 is Sol, S-O-L, Sol, Terra, T-E-R-R-A, is a medium, intermediate option, and then Luna, L-U-N-A, is this budget-friendly option. So these are supposed to be more cost-effective and efficient than the previous versions. They also released a new tool called ChatGPT Work, which is designed as a workplace companion for not entrepreneurs, enterprise teams running on desktop, web, and mobile that can help with daily clerical tasks like drafting documents, spreadsheets, and presentations. This is the same thing as similar to Claude Cowork. Again, these are agentic tools that you can set up and run automatically. So they're doing that because they're redesigning the ChatGPT desktop app to have a built-in browser, and they're sunsetting Atlas. Their standalone Atlas browser. They're going to sunset that. That means they're going to discontinue Atlas because it's being folded into this the new desktop app for ChatGPT. Mac and Windows users worldwide, including free ChatGPT users, you have immediate access to ChatGPT Work and GPT 5.6 with the desktop app. So on the mobile and the web, Pro, Enterprise, and EDU users get first access, while Plus and business users receive access over the next few days. So they're doing a rollout depending on the type of account you have. So they're having a new model, which is supposed to be better, faster, cheaper, and then the ChatGPT Work, which is their new agentic tool. So you can take a look and try those out. And that is your social media news and update for this week.
All righty.
Dr. Tachi has the floor.
Woo.
Fantastic. Can you hold it down for 1 minute so I can get some water?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No worries.
It's okay. Fred has some comments, so we'll look at those.
Oh, great. Okay.
And
All
I'll
right,
see if I can find the chicken wing thing.
Yes. So we put in the link for the Instagram account or the Instagram story about the wings on top of the cake. That's just crazy. And then Fred says soon the UK medical care will go up eating American food.
Oh, yeah, well.
It is interesting. When I was walking around the little pond thing we have over here, it said don't feed the wildlife human food.
Yes, I wonder why.
Because we ain't supposed to be eating whatever they was like, don't feed them. You know, we got ducks and geese and stuff over here, and they were like, don't feed the wildlife. I was like,
What you're
wow.
eating. Don't feed them what you're eating.
And that now I'm like, should I not be eating what I'm eating? Okay.
Oh, it makes you question.
Right. So this is really some interesting stuff. Fred, if you are ever on, I think if you send us a direct message or something, we'd like to invite you to take a seat with us.
Mm-hmm.
And as TJ said, you don't have to be on camera. You can just be voice with a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Come on in, Fred. Thank you, guys.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was like, oh gosh, I need some water before I start talking. So I forgot to bring it with me. So thank you for allowing me the grace of getting that. So I don't know, did you all see the cake and the chicken wings? I don't know if you got a chance to
No.
see it. No, not
I'm
yet.
gonna go take a look at it right now. Okay, this is like shenanigans, right? Oh my God.
This is Negroidian shenanigans at its finest.
Mm-mm-mm.
How do people, and then
Okay.
and TJ, yours was for Facebook. What is it?
Yeah, this is hold on, it's the fried chicken. It's someone I think from Atlanta and they went to
You know
London.
it is. Wow.
Let me see, fried chicken
Mhm.
in I think it's in London.
There's so
yeah,
many
so
beautiful.
People
they
do
just-
eat chicken and cake. They eat
Oh my
chicken and
gosh.
waffles, chicken and yep.
That's
So I could see where this would sell.
So do I, because
because they're crazy.
Well,
people
you
in
know,
Atlanta-
think about it. Sometimes our bread even tastes like cake. It's gotten so sweet.
oh, our bread is cake.
Seriously?
You
The
know,
bread,
so
unless you're
is
getting
there-
good
is-
quality bread, it's cake.
Yeah, it's a really a
Right?
big difference. You know, just a little more white sugar.
I haven't been eating sugar for a while, right? And
Mhm.
so whatever was happening with I ate something brioche because I wanted a hot dog or something because I wanted a hot dog.
Mhm.
I was like, why is this bread so sweet? It was,
You can taste the difference now.
yes. And I was like, this is way too sweet.
Brioche is cake. Hawaiian bread is cake.
Mm,
I was
okay.
like, what is this? It was very sweet. Try to put some butter on it to cut down the sugar. That didn't help. I was like, oh my God.
That just made it worse, huh?
I was gonna say.
So
Wow.
okay, that's just not funny right there. And I'm putting the one with the cake, the one from TJ, the Facebook.
That's one, yeah, that's one of the videos. I forgot where I saw it. It wasn't on Facebook, it was somewhere I saw it, but I just searched on Facebook.
Oh, wait, Kev on stage is talking about this?
Yeah. Kev on stage is talking about it. I saw it first just on Instagram someplace, and then Kev on stage talked about it. So when I saw this, I said, "You have got to be joking."
Mm-mm.
Cake and chicken. Now again, I do see, and look at the people eating. See, this is why
She said, look at the people eating.
this is why we cannot. Europe, let me be the first to apologize, because there are some wonderful things that come from here, but we are about to mess up your universal health care forever. Remember, they have universal health care, so whatever comes up gets paid for. So we're about to mess it up, and the people are going to have to pay more for it.
My question was, they don't have they don't know how to fry chicken in the UK, or
No,
Well,
they
okay,
don't
so-
do all that dipping in grease stuff.
No,
They
I mean,
don't-
they fry things now.
Yeah.
Fish and chips.
But not like this.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't. But,
Okay.
I mean, they do deep fry things, but we also have to remember that the people that, deep frying chicken in that way is purely a Southern and even more
Yes,
an
'cause-
African American thing.
yes, because
And
this
so-
man is from, he's not Atlanta, it's not Atlanta, I think South Carolina. I've seen some videos. If this is the same man that he did this in his backyard, and people were starting to come. I
Yes.
think he even went to his house for the chicken, and he was like, "This is the best chicken I ever had."
No,
See-
no, that's the best sugar and grease you ever had.
Exactly. They don't
But
do
see,
that.
Here's
in the
the
UK.
thing. I think he said, I want, not in this video, but one of the others. He said it's some kind of process that it cooks really fast, so it doesn't sit in the oil that long. Not that it's, I'm saying that's better, but the longer it sits in the oil, the more
The more oil it
it pick-
absorbs.
Yeah. So I remember the other video. He was saying and it was chicken wings. Why the chicken wings cook so quickly was something about the temperature of the oil, and it doesn't stay in. It's even like he dipped the wings in and dipped it out, and everybody was like, oh, how'd you do that? So
Is he parboiling the chicken?
he's not showing the process. I don't know if
Okay.
he's doing that. It's something about the way he has the oil set up,
Mhm.
because it's not like on on the stove. You have a cast iron skillet. And you
So
put
are
the
we
oil in
sharing
it.
this screen with the audience? We're just describing it.
What?
The dipping of the chicken.
Oh, it's in that video that I think Fran put it there. It's in the video that I posted. He's showing
Okay,
how
hold
he's
on.
doing it. I don't know what he does to the chicken beforehand.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he looked like
Is that him?
that's
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
And he all up in London. Look, I'd have went to London too. Hey.
And what you don't see in this video, because I saw in the other one, they were showing the long lines of Londoners standing and
Okay.
wanting that chicken. And then in that other video, they were showing how quickly the chicken cooked. It didn't take 20 minutes. It took like a minute or two. Like it went
Oh.
in and out. And
He
it was
probably
done.
pre-cooked something.
Well, you
So
know.
I don't know.
Well, you know,
And
we
it's
don't like to
also
wait
this-
in line.
It's also this contraption, I don't know what to call it, that fryer thing that he designed that because he had one in his backyard.
Listen, it's just like when we started putting barbecue in barrels, formerly known as clean garbage cans, turn them into barbecue pits. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
But I'm
Oil
thinking
drums.
this is chicken and these people are going nuts. for the
Right.
chicken.
And now they're going nuts for the ranch that's going on top of the chicken.
See,
Yeah.
but what you have to understand is these people, the UK in particular, my mother lived in the UK for a long time before
Mhm.
she came to this country. They are not known for flavor. Any
That-
of the
that
UK dishes
Okay.
that are indigenous to the UK lack flavor. It's
Okay.
gravy,
Okay.
it's boiled chicken looking things. The flavor comes from,
Chicken.
yes. The
They
flavor,
eat chicken in the can, the boiled chicken in the can.
they love that type of thing.
Ugh.
The,
And they
the
don't put no
tinned meats.
seasoning.
They don't do seasoning. You colonize the entire world for seasonings and don't use a stitch when it comes to your own cooking. So any seasoning that's there in the UK comes from the immigrants,
Okay.
Indian
Mhm.
food,
Yes, yes.
African food,
Yeah,
Caribbean
right.
food,
Okay, got it.
Asian food. Any of that type of flavor and seasoning is from the immigrants who came to the UK, not the original people from the UK.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, because we could say the same thing about America.
Yeah, because I was
The-
like, don't the UK they eat shepherd's pie and these
Yes,
Some
what
smart-
seasoning is in
crap,
that?
man, stuff that I'm not eating.
What
don't
seasoning
they?
is in that?
haggis.
Oh,
The haggis is
God.
Scotland.
Yeah,
But,
but
yeah.
it's like the stuff they make. It's like
That's why I do fish and chips if I go to London, or I need something I can recognize. Sorry.
so I was just tickled that they loved this fried chicken. I was like, I'm going like, this is fried chicken. I've eaten that since I was a child. I know how to make the fried chicken.
Well, you know something? I am just happy that somebody besides the Colonel is getting some recognition.
Yeah,
Well,
this
no,
is a
exactly.
black man from South Carolina. That
Well,
he
that's-
has these little things in his back. He has several of the smaller ones in the backyard, but he made
And I
a
hope he comes
gigantic one.
back a millionaire. He needs
Yeah,
to
he's
so-
not
franchise
already
that puppy.
dead. He done went viral, and he just needs to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Just
Franchise that process.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly. Set up something in the UK, but UK people. But here's the other thing too. With all of these types of things, what we have to realize is, this was a drop in the bucket. People who came for the World Cup and they
Yes.
experienced these things, they hopefully are not going to continue eating this way. It was just for the time that they were here and the time being. I don't
No,
care how many
listen.
these big packets you take
Once
back.
you go black,
Once you go fried chicken in the little
once you get a
quick
chance,
fry
once you
thing.
get hit with the ranch, it's over.
Okay, well, do you
Just
want
saying.
black ailments? Do you want
Angelo.
black ailments?
We want who?
Black ailments.
Well,
Ailman?
that's coming if they don't, take a left or something and not But the
And see, here's
rest,
the thing: it wasn't just the ranch; it was a whole bunch of.
Yeah, it was
I
a whole
seen-
bunch of things.
Yeah, there
Right.
was.
No, it was a whole bunch of
Yeah, it
things.
was a whole bunch of exploration of. But my main point was that now they see, before the World Cup, they were saying, "Oh, Americans, you guys are, why you're so fat and so big, and everybody's overweight and this and that," and they were kind
Now
of
you know.
making fun. And now they came over here and was like, "What is this in my mouth? I am overjoyed."
Listen, Fred said the sugar.
Sugar. There was a man eating chicken and biscuits. He was going crazy. People from Scotland were here drinking Boston Dry. But let's get into Dr. Talk, because she got all of this.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about this because the World Cup, this is a popular culture thing, definitely, but it's, it's also a huge media story. This is a huge thing. And now, in case you didn't know, all three hosts are knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
So no US, no UK, no Canada, and no Mexico. Although I
Yeah.
was rooting for Mexico, I really was.
Yeah, a lot of people were. Mhm.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but the lasting effects of the branding, and that's why I really wanted to talk about this, because I think that TJ has a very particular view on all of these things. So before we get into all of that, the rest of this conversation, let's talk about the ratings. Fox's telecast of the World Cup drew 30 million viewers Monday night, according to Nielsen numbers. Now, that was the game where Belgium beat the US, and it was a big letdown for fans of the US men's soccer team, but it set a record audience for the sport in this country. Remember, we're not a soccer country, but I
No.
like to think that now we're starting to get into it. Because
Mhm.
you see, listen, does football draw the numbers and the cultural? It doesn't. It doesn't. But who's to say if this became a regular big thing that it would? Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. So early Nielsen ratings showed 30 million people watched the telecast of Belgium's 4-1 victory over Belgium. 4-1. Okay.
Wow.
That's huge over the United. They were playing overtime then over the Monday night. Now, I think this is also to do with, the whole controversy of the meddling in
Yes.
over the red card with
Yes.
Folarin. Yeah.
Mhm.
Balogun Folarin. I think that was also a problem, and that probably energized Belgium. So keep playing, and that probably energized them, because I'm like 4-1. Sheesh, they were really playing hard for that to be the score. So this figure is actually likely to go up when the final ratings, which will include Nielsen's big data component and more complete out-of-home figures, are released later in the week. So 30 million is what we're seeing now, but the numbers will probably go up. So this actually clears the previous all-time high for an English language soccer telecast in the US. The record of 26.4 million viewers lasted all of 5 days, and that was set in the previous match against Bosnia on July 1st. So it's setting records, and I think it's also because it's something different, right? We're used to
Mhm.
same old. This has been an amazing summer for sports in general, and so you see the whole thing with the Knicks win, and you had the final, the Final Four. You had the Knicks win, and that's a huge thing. And so you're coming off of the
Tremendous.
high of all these really energetic sports things. So I think people were energized for anything sports. So it's great that the World Cup happened to be here because people were energized for sports matches, and I think that added to it. So
Yeah.
and it's good because we honestly need some distractions. It is very easy to get bogged down in the world of was not was that's happening now. So
And real quick, because another reason, this is why I was thinking why it exploded so big, because like you said, soccer wasn't as big as it is in Europe. It's because during the summer month, there's a sports gap. There's
Yep.
there's no NFL. The NFL doesn't start until the end of August, maybe. There's no
September.
NBA. It ended in June.
Mhm.
There's no well, there's baseball, but it's not, it's it doesn't fill the gap as much as like a big sports. So I think that's another reason why the World Cup was such a big thing here, because there's a season gap between the other
Absolutely.
big sports.
And we didn't want to watch news.
Right. Because usually
Right.
what fills the summer gap is the Olympics.
Correct. Exactly.
But now I feel like the world, this World Cup stuff, the soccer stuff is gonna fill that gap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People got exposed. That's
And
just
yeah.
my opinion.
And Apple TV is running soccer, Major
Okay.
League Soccer and stuff, all
Mhm.
local and international and stuff. If you want soccer, you can get it on there. Before, I used to have to go to Telemundo or go somewhere to try and find
Right,
it.
because it was there. It was just not on like the major network, like
Right.
Correct.
Major
In
League.
Spanish language television
Right.
always did.
Right, because you could always get it before. It was just like, if it's not on America's minds, they're not paying attention to it. So
Right.
now there's been a cultural exchange,
Yes.
and
Your
It's
soccer
sticking.
for
No.
our deadly food.
Fred, yes, there is WNBA, but I'm talking about like the awareness of it, the watching of it, and it took the WNBA a long time to get to this spot to where it is.
And they've done amazing to put where
Yes,
they're
they
filling
have.
arenas and all of that.
Yes.
So
It took
It's
a long
right.
time for it. I'm just being honest. Took a long time, and that is because getting sports fans, especially men, to watch, and it's because of that gap where NBA is over in June. What do? And they just kind of scatter.
Right.
Now there's no scattering because we're gonna instantly roll into soccer or WNBA. So it's like those things are filling the gap. There's a summer gap.
yes, absolutely. So as I said, the United States and Mexico are both out, as is Canada. But even though the highs may not reach the same number now that both of them are out, there still have been matches that have drawn more than 10 million viewers that didn't involve either of those countries. So
Right.
there should still be some pretty strong numbers. But yeah, that's what's happening with the World Cup. Everybody is out. All the host countries are out. But it did really provide some great summer entertainment. I will say that. So let's talk about the next World Cup. This is huge. I usually watch the World Cup every year, even though FIFA is a cartel and they are they are just thieves and terrible. I usually do watch the World Cup every year. So the bidding for and I don't recall this amount of frenzy for the World Cup. It's always been a frenzy because the rest of the world does it, but this is the first time that you really had the US participate in earnest because they were hosting and that type of thing, North America in general. So the bidding for the next World Cup rights could start at 1 billion, people. $1 billion. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So here's the thing. Fox Sports actually got a steal for it because they scored the English language media rights for the current World Cup at 485 million. But because Fox was pulling in record TV ratings for the first American World Cup in 32 years, it's now a seller's market. So this is why they're saying the bidding could start at $1 billion for the broadcast rights.
Wow.
Yeah, there is money to be made in sports, people. So I wanted to mention that because this is, again, we're going from 485 million that they currently Fox paid for the rights for this to possibly for the next World Cup bidding starting at 1 billion. I can't even fathom. But That's what's happening over there. So let's talk about this. I want to talk a little bit more about the World Cup and this whole pop culture end of it and brands really winning at this. And here's the thing, and TJ, I'm sure you know this, they're winning, and it's not necessarily the sponsors that are winning, right? Is Hidden Valley Ranch a sponsor of the World Cup? It is not. It is not. So this really shows that sometimes you don't always have to be like the main sponsor or sponsor there. You just have to create cultural moments
Yep.
for people to grasp onto, and you too can win. And guess what? They've done this for way less than it costs to advertise and be a sponsor of the World Cup. Way less. Some of these brands probably just did a large amount of social media advertising as well. And then not only are you getting, the people that are here, you're getting people who are used to, Americans who are used to these brands that want to be caught up in the frenzy as well. We're real good with FOMO. We have this fear of missing out. So we want to be connected with that as well. So there are lots of brands that are generating buzz through creative marketing and then organic customer response, right? It's like I said, not always doing that. So experts are saying that non-sponsors of the tournament are leaning into things that are more cheeky and stick it to the man, as they say.
Stick it to the man.
Type of marketing. And that's finding success with fans. So the people that are winning in this World Cup and losing in terms of advertising, that's probably indicative of a broader trend of how people respond to authentic branding. And then that could also have implications for future brand partnerships. So we've got even before the tournament started, spotlight was falling on companies like Levi Strauss, Taco Bell, and Buc-ee's, right? There's a viral video of a Japanese fan who went to Buc-ee's. I don't know if you've ever been to Buc-ee's. I have not.
I haven't, but I know about it.
Right.
It's such a big deal.
Right. They're mostly a lot of them are mostly in the South, and now they're starting to move around the country. I know they're opening a Buc-ee's in
so tell everybody what the Buc-ee's is. It's a big gas station and food.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like Love's and just like truck stop gas station where you can buy food.
Yeah. Big. But they have the whole, when you go in, there's food, there's clothes, there's games,
think of a department store with gas stations, basically.
Yeah. And they're known for the brisket. There's something about the brisket.
They have like a brisket sandwich.
They make an announcement, the brisket up or brisket ready or something. Everybody knows what that means. With a beaver mascot. Yes, with the beaver.
Yes, Buc-ee's. Exactly.
Buc-ee's. Because I didn't know what it was. Because I was in a Discord with some people that live in the areas that have it. And I was like, what the heck is a Buc-ee's? Because everybody going crazy about it. And they told me what it was. And then I Googled it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, again, it appeals to you if you like that type of thing. So it's like, when you're doing a road trip and you're on a rest stop.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are at like a big rest stop, and they have gas. And here's the thing that is interesting. At the gas pumps, they have what the people that work there make. Yeah, because they pay very competitively. So, for example, if you're a manager, you're making $100,000.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, they pay very well. I mean, you see how many people go to Buc-ee's? They pay.
It's a thing. I know they're excited about it. I know that they're excited about Buc-ee's online.
Yeah,
Buc-ee's is coming to my town.
And Buc-ee's is actually coming here. Boynton Beach is about an hour from here north, and so they're building a Buc-ee's there. Now, am I going to Boynton Beach to be there? Maybe that would be cool for me to do a live from
there. Some kind of content on it. Yeah, because it's culturally popular. It is like the World Cup. Everybody's talking about it now. We're not going to be talking about it in a while, but we're talking about it now. So you need to, as a content creator, decide how you can connect to that culturally now and ride the wave of that attention.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fred calls it truck stop heaven.
It is.
Stop
It
having-
is truck stop heaven. What I don't know is like what are some of the other facilities they have there, etc. Oh, I know that their bathrooms are like immaculate.
Okay, there
So,
now
That's a
that
key.
is a reason
That's
to
key.
go.
Yeah,
yes,
that's key.
they're bad because
'Cause-
I can't stand public restrooms.
That's
Uh,
key. Yeah.
So supposedly their restrooms are kept immaculate, and that's something that that will make me drive another hour without using the restroom if it's filthy. So let's see.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
okay, yeah, that's what I was wanting to know. All right, they do have some shower stalls and some Buc-ee's for truck drivers. Okay, lockers and more.
lockers
So
and more.
so the thing is, Buc-ee's has really, you are creating something. Usually they're creating the rest stops. It's like, okay, it's this. Now we have some good rest stops here in Florida, I will say, where it's like, this is my mother, when we drove to Orlando, she was like, this place is immaculate. I said, I know, because I can't stand the up north, I can't stand the rest stops. They're usually not this clean. But they really created a whole cultural thing. So again,
And just
Go
real
ahead.
quick, it's not
Yeah.
hard because you're thinking truck stop that's been around forever. But what Buc-ee's has done is studied the gap of what do the customer want. I've been talking about that a lot. What's the conversation with the customer, your target audience? What do they want? And you just mentioned about clean restrooms. They look at that list and say, okay, we just can't build a regular truck stop. We got to make something that's a destination. How do we do that? By making things people want who are traveling, making it a bigger than life thing, having people come and create the content and say, wow, look at this. It's like a Walmart, truck stop, Disney World,
yes.
this, that, and all rolled into one.
And see, that's exactly what you said. You want to make it a destination. And that's exactly what they've done. I remember watching, and that, a lot of what we see about Buc-ee's too, we didn't have a Buc-ee's here before, so I didn't see any, and we're still building it. I didn't see any advertising. I knew about it through social media.
People are talking about it
People are
online,
talking about it.
taking videos.
There
And then
is
you
this
got the
one-
World Cup people coming. Well, we want to go to the Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Because we were in Scotland looking at the videos of people talking about the Buc-ee's.
There was one. This is how I first found out about it. I can't remember where they were, but it was this couple, this black couple. They made a whole song about it called "We Finna Go to Buc-ee's." It was hilarious.
You
We
want
finna
this
go
as
to
a
Buc-ee's.
brand. This is what you want. You want people singing your praises without prompting.
Right.
Without a prompt.
prompting. Without
Fred
prompting.
said Buc-ee's locations are massive with several stores stretching across more than 74,000 square feet.
And like
Now-
you said, that's exactly why the
see,
managers
here's
make
the-
$100,000.
And here's the thing to remember: you can't fake this. You can't fake this. You can't manufacture this. It has to be a natural occurrence based on the customer's experience being a good one. Now, this could have been a bad one, and then it still would have been the opposite, going viral. I think about Crumble and them nasty cookies.
Awful.
Because Crumble's not saying our cookies are nasty. People are going to get the Crumble because they look good, and they're like, what the heck are people talking about online? Because these are nasty cookies. Like Fran said, the cookies got to taste great. Can't be nasty cookies.
Mhm.
So it's not a hard thing to achieve, but they've achieved it. But it could also have turned the other way if they didn't hit the mark with the customer experience and the satisfaction of it, and looking at what do people want in a truck stop. And that's easy to
Yes.
ask. Just ask.
Right.
What do you want in a truck stop? Clean bathroom.
Absolutely.
good
See,
food.
that's why I wanted you to weigh in on this, because this is your area, the whole marketing thing.
And this applies to what going on with Buc-ee applies to any industry you're in.
Any industry.
Anyone. I said Buc-ee's has probably looked at the gap of the customer falling into we're not happy with this truck stop experience. And they take that and they spun it and they made gold. See, everybody talking about a Buc-ee. I'm like, I'm not nowhere near Buc-ee. I know all about it.
And
All about
that's the clue. That's the clue. Think about the whole thing, the marketing and the branding aspect of people who wear college shirts, college
Yes.
sweatshirts,
Yeah.
Harvard, Yale, never
Yes.
set foot on campus, but
Yep.
it's being associated with it, and there's a mystique to it. There's a whole cultural moment to it. All of these are cultural moments. So
Heck,
listen,
you can wear a Hillman shirt and still it's a fictional college from a
Thank
TV
you.
show and still get the effect of that.
I have a
I've-
Hillman T-shirt
I've
because
seen that. I want
Yeah.
one.
yeah.
I'm gonna get me one.
Absolutely, because I think it's awesome. That type of thing. It's a
Yes.
cultural moment for those of us who connected to a different world.
Yes.
So, bravo to all the people in
I
the World
love
Cup.
it.
But
I love
this
it.
is a great lesson in marketing. This is a great
Yep.
lesson in content creation and media. What
And
to
you
do.
don't manufacture. This is not manufactured. This is meeting the customer experience where it needs to be and satisfying their desire and letting it, hey, plant the seed and stand back. Yes,
Right.
you give it water. Yes, you fertilize it. But you affect the way you affect the speed and the growth of it? No. But you put that fertilizer on it and the sunlight and the water on it, and you let it do its thing.
Fred, that is blasphemy.
Okay. See, that's an example of no.
Exactly. Just
I don't
know.
want that. I don't want that.
But they're doing well. People
Yep.
will get it.
Somebody is buying
I
that.
don't want that.
No, you don't have to have just because you can do it. It's very. I could fry up chicken wings and make a cake and put it together, but why would I do such a thing?
Who asked for that? Who asked for it?
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
just glad they didn't take the chicken wings and put it in a batter and bake it into the cake.
Who asked for that?
Fran, hush your mouth because
That'll happen.
That'll happen. You see what you've done now? You've put that into the ethers, and they're about to catch it and put it in.
Who asked
Wow.
for lemon pound cake and lemon chicken wings? No one.
Not today.
Mm-mm.
So that's what I wanted to talk about with the World Cup. I just have a few more stories since we're at
Okay.
1:00.
Yeah.
And so thank you for contributing to that. But World Cup is this year especially is something special. This is also something special. Cars, have you noticed that? Okay, when you drive, do you notice cars? Do you notice like the colors of cars and things?
No, I haven't
Yeah,
really. I
yes.
mean, no, the only thing is like speaking of that, like the other day, me and my daughter was walking around somewhere and she was like, "Is that a Tesla?" Like we'll look at and see like, is that the Tesla Cybertruck or the what? Only because it looks different, and I go, yeah, that's the Cybertruck, and we keep moving on.
Okay, yeah, I look and I slow down for a minute to glare at them for driving
Right?
a
Yeah,
Cybertruck.
for
Then
that. Right.
I
But
go
other
on.
than that, no, I don't notice any of the cars.
So yeah, horrible, Fred. Absolutely. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but cars have kind of faded into the same colors lately. Last year, according to Business Insider, 80.4% of new cars were either white, black, gray, or silver. And this is according also to an IC Cars study. Clearly, we don't see cars because none of us really pay attention to it. But when my car is silver. I mean, my car is also 23 years old. But no, is it? Yeah, 23 years old. So, but my car is silver. So those are the four most popular colors. So on Thursday, a no-frills EV truck company called Slate is nearing the first deliveries of their pickup. They've got a pickup truck that's $24,950. Okay, so it's a no-frills truck, and that's very cheap for a pickup truck, right?
It is.
It's extra. It's because now you can barely get a new car for that. So it's a no-frills truck. It's an EV, all-electric vehicle, and they've announced a partnership with crayon maker Crayola. So they're going to offer a color package that starts at just over $1,500. And that includes a full vehicle wrap, 3 exterior decals, an interior air vent clip-on, and a key fob cap. So
Okay.
yes. So the Crayola and Slate collab will bring 5 color options to the EV truck, including Fern, which is like a green, Jersey Tomato, which is like a bright red, Dandelion, which of course is a yellow, Razzmatazz, which is a bluish red, and Cerulean, which is a blue, of course. So Jeff Jablansky is Slate's head of public relations, and he told Business Insider, "We're the first automaker that Crayola has partnered with. Crayola is an iconic company that people grew up with." Absolutely. So to keep costs down, their plant skips one of the most expensive parts of automaking, which is the paint shop. So every truck rolls off the line in gray, and customers who want a different look can add a Slate produced wrap after they buy the vehicle. So that's why they're able to keep it to $24,000. So package is the splashiest color option so far. The standard full body wrap started around $500. So this Crayola bundle is 3 times more expensive.
So Fred said this mess looks like 3D printed. I think it's, if you want to keep the cost down, they're doing it right, because if painting the car is the most expensive part of the whole process, when everything else is already $24,000 is good. Now, when people wrap their cars anyway, they're going to wrap the car. It's a business. Wrapping your vehicle with their ads and stuff is better. Do it on a gray car. Don't get a pristine cherry red whatever paint job and then wrap it.
Exactly. And you talked about this. This is right on top of what I was thinking. The fact that business owners that do deliveries, people that are just driving around, this would work for them. And you're not breaking the bank, and 24,000 is 24,000, but you're not breaking the bank to do it, like buying a very expensive vehicle and then, having to get it professionally wrapped. This is already done for part of the whole thing. So I think it's actually a cool idea.
Yep. I think because so you can give them your artwork or whatever, put it in the computer. Hey, I can have ChatGPT design your wrap for your car, and then have them print it and put it on.
Exactly. Cost them nothing. So I thought that was an interesting story.
That is.
Yeah.
And Fred says he sees Amazon and Walmart and FedEx jumping on this because the electric vehicles are getting more, what did you call it? Common?
Yes.
Which means the prices are coming down.
Absolutely.
What I'm curious about is like on the consumer side of it, or when people are buying cars, are they going in and just accepting it's just black, white, and gray, and there's no demand from the consumer going, well, we would like a pale yellow or orange or something stand out. So that's not happening.
I think what they're doing is that the people at this company is probably telling them, okay, our car is this much money, and here's what you get to pick a color. If you want to add a color, it's it's another, what was
extra.
it?
Okay, got it.
The wrap.
Yeah, it's extra. Yeah.
Okay. That's cheaper than, because when Tesla first came out, you can buy a Tesla model. You can pick your color before they start building the car.
Okay.
Right.
And so, but if you picked a certain red, or you picked a certain color, if it's not white, black, I think black, well, no, black was standard. If you pick, or gray was standard, not black. You had to, you were going to get a white, you were going to get gray, or white or gray.
Right. And also it's because they have to have those colors on hand. The if you wanted a
Right,
special
because
red, the special because that pigment would have to be mixed specially cost more. Whereas a white is a white, a black is a black, a gray is a
right.
gray. And they could stick with those
And
basic
so
colors.
you can
Yeah.
get red. Red
Right.
was an upgrade.
Right. Because they have
And
to
and
that's a pigment they have to go with. We don't have a lot of that, but if you want it, then it's an
right.
upgrade and you pay for it.
And blue was an upgrade.
Okay.
All of those were upgrades. Well,
Okay.
they're doing an upgrade too, but their upgrades are still a lot less costly than it was like with Tesla or some of the other ones, because the truck
Okay.
is only going to cost 24. Now I
Right.
got questions about where we charging, but okay. And are you using the universal charger where you can get to a supercharger? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that part right there. I don't really care about the color too much unless I need to be able to charge.
Right. I need to charge my car, and I don't want to go, okay, well, the charger I need, the specialized one, is way over there. I might not make it or whatever.
Right. And my other question would have been, how far do I get on a charge? I really don't care about color too much.
Right.
I need more than 80 miles to a
Right.
charge.
Right. That's the most important things.
Yeah. So I like the idea that they're offering colors.
Because that's
And
not
they're-
like the main selling point. The main selling point is like, how far am I going to get off of one charge? What, is it a specialized charger? Is it close by? What, all of those things factor in. So,
Right. And I would make the color the second option. My
Mhm.
first option, can I get to my destination?
yeah,
And then let's
Wow.
talk about the colors.
the other stuff. Okay.
Right.
Good
Right.
to know. Good to know. All right.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's get off of colorful Crayola cars and on to on
It's
to a,
hard for big
What?
folks like me.
well, if you stopped partaking in pound cake with fried chicken
With
wings on
lemon
top,
lemon pepper wings.
right, stay away from those things, friend. Anyway, let's get off of that and let's talk a little TV really quickly. I don't know if you all knew, but there is a reboot of Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah,
that
I
has
heard
been-
of it. Yeah, yeah. Is
Yes.
it out?
Yes,
It's
it
on
is.
Netflix, right? Or
Yes.
okay. And I'm
Yes.
like, why? Okay, never mind.
It's wait, no, has it is it tonight?
Oh, it's
Or was it
tonight.
yesterday?
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. So I did see the trailer for it, but yes, we're always like, who asked for this?
Yeah.
At first, that's what I was like, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm like, don't mess with a classic. But hopefully, they do a good job with it. So the show is actually, yeah, I think it premiered yesterday. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
And
set
this
in
is
the late-
Netflix? Netflix?
It is Netflix. Yep.
Okay. I think I might check it out just because.
Yeah, it's the weekend. We have time to check these things out, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm
it-
curious. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's still set in the late 1800s. It still follows the Ingalls family, led by Charles and Carolyn, and the two daughters, Mary and Laura. Now, where's Carrie? Because Carrie was part of that too, but maybe this was pre-Carrie. I don't know. And it's doing this as they
Yes,
settle.
because
in-
they didn't have Carrie until they got to the whatever town they settled
Walnut
in, I forgot.
Grove.
Yeah,
Walnut
Walnut Grove.
Grove.
Yeah,
They didn't
that's
have Carrie wasn't born. It was just the two,
It
they
was
had
just
to
the
make
two
the
of them.
trek.
Yeah.
Yes, and,
Yeah.
and Walnut Grove is here in California, not too far from here.
Okay. But they had
Yes.
to get there, so it was just the two, Mary and Laura. Yeah. So it's just the two of
Right.
them.
But that Walnut Grove is Walnut Grove, Minnesota.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
never mind.
Yes. So that's the Midwest, the American frontier.
So they didn't do the Oregon Trail trying to get up over here.
They did not.
Okay, cool.
They stayed put where they were. So actually, I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they went there from Wisconsin first, and that whole area has a very large Scandinavian population
Yes.
for some reason. So, excuse me, if you look at a lot of the last names, etc., you'll wonder why.
Yeah.
Because Scandinavia. So, and it's about their pioneer life. So the original one was created by or co-created by Michael Landon in 1974, based off of the books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. So they say it's the same frontier spirit back then. It's baked into how Americans see themselves even today. So
I'm sorry. I do not see myself churning no butter.
I
Sorry.
didn't know. Although I do like to make butter, but anyway, that's a
Yeah, making butter, churning it, two different things.
different thing.
And
I
going
did
out
enjoy the
to-
books as a kid. I did read all the books. So
So did I. So did
Okay.
I. I loved them.
Going
I
out,
love
but I am not wanting to go to the creek and bring in the water. And
No.
Sorry.
that's how it
Absolutely.
was when they left the East and left the modern conveniences.
Woo, good, like that's like Beverly Hillbillies. I'm like, I don't know.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
But
One
at
of-
least
another
they
of my
were
favorite
going
shows.
to the modern conveniences, but okay.
Well, they the
Absolutely.
backwoods, and so that's
Mm-mm.
another good. I love that show. That's a good show. I don't know if it translates well now, but it was funny.
Exactly. Well, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they do with this.
Yeah.
So before I determined you didn't need to spend money to remake this, but again, this is just what Hollywood does. It does. They do not like to spend money on stories they are not sure of and on people they are not sure of. They stick with the same old, which is why you keep seeing reboots and reimaginings of the same thing. So that's why we're seeing this now. But I will take a look about this weekend and see what I think about it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm not gonna, outright say it's not working. Let's see an episode.
Absolutely. Two last stories. Speaking of reimaginings, Free Willy is being reimagined at Warner Brothers. Yes.
Oh,
Free
So-
Willy, the
The
whale.
movie.
yes.
Yes. So they're going to write a new take on this 1993 adventure movie.
Looking at TJ's expression. She's like,
Right.
what?
Why?
This is another case of who asked for this?
Yes.
So what about the music that Michael Jackson had to it? The Free Willy. Okay, go. Let's hear it. Let's hear
Okay.
it.
Well, yeah, it doesn't say anything about that. So let's talk about the original. The original Free Willy was about a troubled teen who found his purpose by aging for or caring for rather an aging orca that was captured in the wild and then put into a local aquarium as a tourist attraction. So this was really beloved in the 90s, and it became a franchise that spanned numerous theatrical and home video releases. So I guess that wasn't enough, because now they are rebooting this. So there's no talk of music yet, or anything really big, but they are going to do this.
Just why?
Okay. Can we come up with some new stuff?
Yes,
No,
that's my
no.
thing. Why?
No, we cannot. It's either Free Willy or Little House on the Prairie or don't watch TV.
Oh my. Okay. Fred said, okay, bring ET back.
This
Be
is
quiet,
why I
Fred.
watch Asian dramas. I'm sorry. This is why I watch Asian dramas.
Oh, okay. TJ, I was like,
Exactly.
I'm going back into.
This is why.
I tried to watch it. I know the storyline's the same. At least they make up some new stuff.
I
Oh
don't.
my
I
gosh.
don't.
Listen.
All right, Free Willy. Let's see what you got. I'm going to see what people say first.
Exactly. I'm not going to see it.
No, I want to hear what's being said.
Yeah.
And are they
absolutely.
trying to put this into a theater?
There'll
Hopefully
be
not.
a theatrical release. Yeah.
Oh no, go Netflix or Prime or something. Don't head straight for the theater.
If I'm
Wow.
not mistaken, I think the original Free Willy was a sleeper hit, and it was because of Michael Jackson's song that it became a bigger movie.
I
I
think
might
you're
be
correct.
mistaken.
No, I think you're
No,
correct.
I think you're right. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the only thing I know about Free Willy.
They were Free Willy too because of Michael Jackson. Sorry, I gotta call it like it is.
Listen, I didn't see any of the Free Willies, so
I saw the first one. A good movie. Feel good. The Whale, and
Whatever. Fred said they are selling 6 CD carousel players. So this is for the gym.
Okay.
Listen, Free Willy, that was a time period of feel good movies.
That was
When
the
we
time
were in the-
period when people were doing we were just getting into the ecological.
Yes, the Save the Planet, Save the Earth.
Right.
And we're in a different time period now. And I'm not saying it's not going to work. It's just I don't see how, because I don't know. Just
These people we barely care about some stuff right now, and
he said it was more than what. Yeah, that was a Free Willy too, but not as good as the second one.
see, they already done tried that. So why are we doing 3?
I'm going to say this. It's your money. Spend it however you like.
Yes, spin
Okay,
it,
that's true.
spin it. And then the little boy was I think he was an orphan or something, and he connected with Free Willy, and that was the feel good heartstring movie.
Okay, so
I don't know how
we can bring back. If we're doing all this, we can bring back Ben.
Perhaps let's bring back Ben.
Oh,
Listen, just like Dr. Tati said, it's your money. You want to see it? Go see it.
Do what you-
Okay.
Well, so our last story off of Free Willy and why they're doing that again, let's talk about another thing in LA, George Lucas's new LA museum. This is a museum that is a combination. Was it a combination, a partnership? Well, co-founded by George Lucas and his wife is Melody Hobson, and they're going to offer free access to neighbors. So it's a $1 billion cultural institution, and it's in a low-income neighborhood where a quarter of the population lives below the poverty line. So they opened to the public on September 22nd, but they've announced that they're offering free annual passes as well as an early preview to the closest residential neighbor in South LA's 90037 zip code. So it is a 300,000 square foot cultural institution. It's a futuristic building, and it's made possible by the fortune made from Star Wars. It's going to feature more than 1,300 objects on display, as well as 11 acres of landscape space across the campus. So the CEO for the museum is Tracy Bates, and says, we wanted to make sure the neighbors that have been seeing the museum built from the ground up for the past 8 years are the first ones inside. And it is a renewable pass program, which allows holders to reserve a pair of tickets. So
Nice.
that's nice, because according to the census data, the 3 square mile 90037 zip code includes more than 17,000 households. A quarter of the predominantly Hispanic and African American population lives below the poverty line. And the museum is at the zip code's northern boundary within Exposition Park, which also features the California Science Center and LA County's Natural History Museum. I think, isn't that where the La Brea tar pits are?
I don't know, but it sounds like it might be out that way.
Okay. So, I mean, I think that's really great. And it's giving me like Obama Presidential Center vibes as well. We need to see more of these things where the community is included in that. So bravo to George Lucas and Melody Hobson for having a free annual pass program for the residents of that neighborhood. And that's what I have for you.
Yeah.
Well, can I add one thing to the Free Willy conversation? There are 4 Free Willy movies And there was an animated series.
Oh.
Why? Okay.
So you don't need
the
anything
first-
else then.
The first movie tugged on people's heartstrings, and it was such a feel good movie, and it was the 90s and things, and so they kept it going. But the reboot, I don't know. So
Why?
You also had less media choices back then
yes,
too.
Right.
Now
yes,
there are
yes,
a bunch. We don't
Yes.
need you, Willie.
yes. And it's all, and I'm saying the first movie took off because at the end with the whale being free and the Michael Jackson song, that's what everybody's talking about online is the Michael Jackson song. And that set off the popular for the series. So
Yeah.
I didn't know there were 4 movies. The last
didn't
one was
know why we
a
don't-
girl. The main human character was a girl instead of a boy. So
Fred said, "Get the Free Willy plush toys and shirts ready."
yeah, if they can, they can sell it right. So
I don't know who they're trying to market this to.
I don't know. Interesting. I'm
ooh.
interested.
And he said Graceland is in the Black area in Memphis, and many of the Blacks have never been. He went to elementary, middle, and high school 2 miles away and never went.
Oh wow.
Oh, Fred said they're marketing it to Gen Z. I don't know, man. If I'm trying to go see Whitley.
Okay.
You know what? I'm flabbergasted. I don't know. They trying.
Gen Z?
Yeah.
That would be more like Gen Alpha, because that's like a kid's movie.
I'm still trying to. If I'm thinking about what's on Netflix right now and on Prime and other things, I'm probably going to head to streaming service before I go to the theater. Because I went to see Michael in the theater, and it still wasn't a lot of people in there. Just saying.
So we'll see. Like I said, I don't know how.
Fred said, "Hey, they're selling the Sony Walkmans."
They're selling Sony Walkmans. I love my Sony Walkman.
So wait a minute. Are they selling Sony Walkmans with cassettes?
I thought he was joking. For real?
He's being for real.
Let me Google that. What?
Fred said yes. Oh my God. So now we got to get a cassette again?
Listen, but who wants to? I have a cassette player in my car. But
what's next? 8-track tape?
What?
Okay, so here's the thing. You can also probably get a Sony Walkman, the whole style of it, and it's an MP3 player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least the music won't be skipping and you wouldn't be trying to rewind.
Listen, I'm not trying to go back to the days of using a pencil to put the cassette tape back in because it unraveled. That doesn't appeal to me.
It's not fun. It wastes time.
I don't want to do that anymore. And then if the tape pop, I was trying to just let's not go down this road with the.
So okay, you say they want the nostalgia. Now I know about Gen Z liking vinyl. That I know very well.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the really trying to latch onto cassette.
Vinyl makes sense.
And vinyl makes sense, yeah.
Right. And then vinyl is relaxing because you come home and you put the album on and you put it on a turntable and you're listening to it while you're in your space and you're chilling. Cool. I'm not doing a Walkman with trying to figure out cassettes or a CD for that matter.
And I already have a lot of CDs, which I love the CDs I have. The latest one I brought was what's his name? Brian Culbertson, one of the artists that I really like. And he has a new album that came out. I haven't bought CDs in years, but I wanted this. So I said, well, I guess I can only listen in the car because that's the only place I have a CD player. So I can see the nostalgia of things, but what I'm trying to avoid for myself is more stuff, more unnecessary stuff. And that's why I love the concept of having a record player, but that means what? You have to buy records to pay. I don't want to do that.
Right. And then you got to store the record somewhere.
Yeah, this space. But see, here's the deal. Why I just did a real quick Google, and I see why. It's because it's distraction free. Because Gen Alpha and some Gen Z, they want dummy phones. They don't want smartphones because it's too much stimulation, too much social media. They're trying to separate from social media, the phone. So having a Walkman it's just music.
Right. Well, then you can get a, what is that thing? The nano iPod Touch or something?
Yeah, but see, they want to take it back to, like Fred was saying about the nostalgia, the using it.
Right, because I think the iPod or iPod Touch or whatever connects you to the internet.
There's a move from digital to analog for some reason with that group.
But nostalgia only works if you had it to experience in the first place. It's new. It's not nostalgic. This is now new for you.
True.
So it's all they're looking for a new experience. That's
but
all.
Remember, this group they have a vintage thing. Like they're in the clothing, vintage clothing, because of the environment of making new clothing is the environmental cost of that. So now they're looking into vintage clothing. They're looking into reusing this. They're looking in. Instead of being like save the whales with this, like the Free Willy sign, they're not going to do that. They're just going to go, okay, I'm not going to get into consumerism and buy stuff when there's already stuff around. That's their thing.
Yeah. So now they're saying many indie folks are starting to sell cassettes in limited quantities.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like they've been doing, they're like some indie artists that are doing vinyl, and they do a limited quantities of that
because they stand out that way. I
think it's cool. There's one artist that what's her name, jazz artist, she's from New York, and she's won like a whole bunch of Grammys, and she's young, she's like in her 20s. Well, why am I not remembering her name? But she sings jazz kind of like Ella Fitzgerald. And she had the first album, she printed limited quantities of her album, and it was red. It was so beautiful. So it was more than just playing it. It was also the beauty of the vinyl itself being red. So there's that whole juxtaposition of the art of looking at a piece of vinyl and the art that's on it through the music. So I could see that. But unless you're going to be buying like also old things, I don't know. To me, it just seems like you could accumulate a lot of things that way by going back to analog.
Right. And so I guess if you're getting off the digital train.
And then it also has to do with sound quality, because I'm on Google and I asked, you know how you do the AI answers? I just typed in wine and it told me wine.
Yeah, the sound quality is great. I do agree. I love a good vinyl party. Believe me. I love it.
I thought that was just funny because I was just like, I remember to talk to AI like a person. I said, well, why? And it told me why. I was like, okay.
Right. And see, vinyl is a hobby. You understand? This is a different thing. This is a hobby. It's not a hobby I want, because I don't want
more power. If they want to buy the Walkman, hey, more power to them. Enjoy.
Right. I don't want an 8-track, nor do I want a reel-to-reel.
No.
You want a VHS player?
No.
Be kind, rewind.
I still have a VHS. It's a combination it's a combination VHS DVD.
Okay.
But this thing is like, I bought it in the early 2000s because at the time, I was teaching a class where they could record themselves giving speeches. So then they just had to leave me a VHS tape.
Okay.
So that's why I still have it. But
right, and some people have things recorded on VHS, wedding and birthday parties and stuff. So
yeah, Fred said he has VHS in the closet, and he also has DVDs. I have.
It's just interesting. It's just interesting that it comes back around. And
right, I have DVDs, but I'm like, ooh, I don't, why would I, you have to get it out, put it in the thing, hook it up to a computer. Oh my God. I can just go to Netflix.
Right, right. The
Yeah.
only downside to things that are digital is you don't fully own these things. Like
That's
the
right.
music, you can if you buy it and then it's in
That's
your
right.
what's the name. But the movies, you don't really fully own
No,
them.
and I think we were talking about that. I think Sony proved that to some people. I think it was Sony that removed the rights. The people had bought
Because Sony,
some-
and the French company, the French
Studio Canal. Yeah.
they revoked the rights.
Yeah.
Some
Certain
stuff.
movies, so they had to snatch it back after the people had paid, thinking they owned it, and that shows you don't own it unless
So
you bought a
when you
physical
buy
copy.
it,
Mhm.
download it to your device somewhere after you buy it. 'Cause
That's why people are saying, "Why do you still buy a DVD?" This is one of the reasons, because they could snatch the digital back if the agreement with the other company falls through.
right.
So
Well,
Anyway,
that's what I have for you.
thank you. This was good conversation today. Fred, thank you for checking in with us today. Your comments and insights
you,
are
Fred.
always welcome. And for all of you watching live and on the replay, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Friday with more Tech Life Weekly. So until then, like Terralina said, go to the front of your own line. We will see you next week.
bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.